What's up, YouTube family? It's Andrea here at VW Family Farm, and today we are out in the field. It's hot, it's sunny, which I'm kind of longing for fall, but hot and sunny. They say make hay while the sun shines. Well, we are making hay, and so sun and hot weather is a good thing for us. We're on our second cutting of hay. I'm gonna turn you around here in just a second and show you Ben. He's cutting like crazy. He's been at this. This is the second day actually. Taking longer than it should, but that's part of it when you're limping along old equipment, which is what we have. Hey, we're thankful to have it though, don't get me wrong. But that is one reason it's hard for young people to break into farming, is because equipment is so expensive. So you can just buy your hay if you have cows or animals, or if you have the land to cut it, you can cut it. You can go in partners with someone where they will cut it and you get part of it. There's all different ways to do it, but if you're gonna try to do it yourself, you have to have equipment, and that is expensive. But let me encourage you, some things we found out after we've been in this for a while. There are all kinds of programs to help beginning farmers get started. So if you're new to trying to farm, look into those. Go to your local NRCS office and just see what's out there. We'd already actually dabbled in farming too long that we lost the benefits of being called a beginner, which we still very much are. But anyway, just thought I'd throw that out there. I was thinking about that this morning, us limping along our old equipment that keeps breaking, and how I'm still thankful to have it because it still helps us do what we need to do, even though we have to stop every little bit and fix something. But I think we're finally rolling for this cutting of hay. Hopefully Ben's gonna finish today. It's 70 acres of hay. We actually took a different approach this cutting. The first cutting, we did it all ourselves. This cutting, he has went in with a family member that is helping us get it done, that needed some hay, so it's helping him and it's helping us get ours done. So really pumped about that. Especially if you need help and then it winds up helping someone else too, that's really a good feeling. So let me show you what Ben's doing. Like I said, this is 70 acres we're trying to get done, and then we'll have to bale it in the next couple days. But first step is cutting it. Tomorrow's working cows, so in between hay drying we'll be working cows. We'll be showing y'all that. I'm gonna turn you around and show he's finishing up this field, and then he'll be moving on. That's the last little cleanup patches in this field. As you round the corners, you kind of miss a little bit because you can't turn real sharp with that thing or you'll break it. So he's doing the cleanup. We interrupt this hay video for cattle working.
Shouldn't be bad.
Nah. We got the hay, well, I say we as in he got the hay cut. I did a lot of running back and forth bringing snacks and water.
And parts.
And parts and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, it's not time to bale hay yet, but it is time to work cows because we have to take them to a special sale. They have to be weaned 45 days. That's today, so they will be sold sometime in October.
Part of them.
Part of them. The ones we're gonna wean.
Yeah, we're gonna wean. I ain't even gonna say half. We're gonna wean the oldest ones. We're just gonna take a look and see which ones look the biggest and kind of go from there.
Yep.
But this is kind of also a nerve-wracking point to me. I told her Tuesday, I come home from work after working out on the pipeline. I run into a guy that actually I talked to before about buying some cows from him, and asked him how he's doing, how he still had his cows, the yada yada. He said, "Did you hear the news?" I said, "No, I hadn't paid attention, I don't guess, been too busy." A humongous processing plant in Kansas burnt, Tyson's. They process 6,000 head of cattle a day, feeding the American people, I guess.
So and that really affects beef prices.
That is going to affect beef prices. Could be long term, could be short term, we don't know. Nobody really knows right now, but it's going to affect our cattle prices as far as there's not as many places to go with the calves to fatten them up, because they're maxed out on stocking capacity because they can't sell what they've got. And then also it's liable to affect beef prices in the store. So if you catch beef prices at a reasonable price, you might want to stock up a little bit, because my gut tells me beef prices are going to go up
in the store. But
yeah,
for the producer, they're going to go down. It's just how the market works. But the report we read said, you know, that was one of the main processing plants in that, you know, in the Midwest or whatever. But it kind of opens the door for someone else to step in. So there could be someone that's like, hey, let's get into this, and steps in and fills that gap. We just don't know. Depends on how quick they build back and all that. Who knows? We talked about keeping our calves through the winter and just riding it out, but we really don't know how much it's going to affect the prices. And like I said, to sell them at this sale we're wanting to sell them at, we have to wean them 45 days. They have these sales every couple months. Well, we can't wait to do that and then in October be like, oh, well, it didn't affect it that bad, let's go ahead. We've got to start now. It would take so much hay to take all these calves through the winter that we are probably not going to have. So we really kind of just need to go ahead. Even if the prices are a little bit lower, I hate that, but we need to make back the money that we spent on the cows. So that's where we're at. We're going ahead.
Another option that I've kind of thrown around in my head is going ahead and, depending on the prices, going ahead and selling the steers, maybe keeping the heifers for a while, growing them up, and seeing how many of them would make good replacement heifers. That market right there should still stay fairly stable, just being replacement heifers, because they're not going to be going to the market for processing.
Whoop.
Camera's falling.
Go up. And sometimes we use terms that are like, what in the world are they talking about? Replacement heifers are heifers that you grow up to replace old cows in people's herds. I mean, they're ones that people would, they're not raised for beef, they're raised for
raising more cows.
Herd cows.
Yeah.
All right, we got to get busy. We're heading to the feed store because we're going to feed these things for the next 45 days to kind of get their rumen and their stomach going and getting them used to eating on their own without mama. So we're going to be feeding them.
Going to go buy a big old tote.
Yeah.
Also known as a peanut sack.
So we're going to do that, and then we're going to get to sorting cows because we got to get them up and then sort them. And then we've got to go do what's called tedder hay this afternoon, which is a little thing that literally like sweeps it and like flings it around. It helps your hay dry out instead of just laying there in the piles that it was cut in. Especially when it's really thick, you kind of have to do that. So we got to get busy.
Let's go.
Time's passing.
It's going to get hot.
So there's all the cows, the majority of them anyway. So we're going to try to get them worked from there and up into here. Y'all seen us do this gig before. We'll see how it goes today. We tried to be better prepared this time. So the beginning of the week they came into this paddock, which is huge. It's about 30 acres, this paddock they came into. We've been making big paddocks to give them some shade in every section until the heat of summer's over, and then we're gonna go back to smaller paddocks because they do better eating the grass on smaller paddocks. But this week, instead of just letting them have the whole 30 acres and trying to work them up this way, which is what we did last time, and it worked terribly because they didn't want to come funnel into one little place out of such a huge field. Lane has moved them up every couple days till they're kind of trapped up here pretty close. And Emily helped. Credit to Emily. But we're hoping this is going to go better because they're right there. That's about as far away as they can get, so we don't have very far to bring them. They're mounting their horses, ready to go round them up. We're trying to make a little alleyway. That's what Ben's doing. They really respect this hot wire. Cows are very smart, and it don't take getting shocked but maybe once, and they're trained. So Ben is trying to put up a wire so we can funnel them up into this corral quicker and easier. Trying to work smarter, not harder. You can see there's a few Quacker Jacks. That white one that's looking them over, she's a little kooky. along with her black cohort right behind her. They're some of our kookier ones. Both of those are a little crazy. Okay, I'm gonna give Emily the camera for a bit. Let her film. I'm gonna go try to help. Or actually, she's going to help. Maybe I'll just film. We've learned so much in these last 6 months of having cows of how to do this much better than we originally tried. Got the hot wire up. We got a straggler back there, which doesn't really matter because we're interested mainly in calves. They're going. Now to just get them up in there before they all start turning around. I'm having fun. Hey! I'm trying.
Give me it and let it spin in your hand.
There.
You got to pull tight. Right?
It's hung.
Emily, you got to
Don't get shot.
walk up there. Keep them pulled tight.
It's fine. This is what Ben does for fun.
For fun.
Sleeps.
Waiting on Lane. They wrote a poem about that one time.
I'd show you Lane, but he got stung by a red wasp
And him had to take his shirt off and get some essential oils on it.
from his mama. Are you mama's boy? Yes, you are.
And him need a break. Him getting too hot.
Are you talking like a baby?
What?
Are you talking like a baby? You're mama's boy too, so don't you even lie. You're still spoiled and you're 45. You're not really 45.
Speaking of ages, how old are you going to be in a few days?
24.
Hey, you're losing, baby.
Well, today was one of those days the cows whooped our booties, didn't they? Couple things happened off camera. Lane was already feeling kind of bad. He wound up getting stung by red wasp. There was a bunch of them came boiling out of a pipe. Got those took care of, but not before he got stung. He had to take a little break. Started feeling a little bad, and Emily brought him to the house for a little bit. They wound up leaving the gate open, which we knew they left it open because they were in a hurry. But Ben and I went ahead and tried to work without them, and a cow took off towards the highway. She went the wrong way coming out of the head chute, and this old boy over here sprinted from where we were working to the highway. How far did we decide that was?
200 yards.
200 yards, but we're not runners, so that was
We're not runners.
that was a long way for us.
ahead and say it. That's a long ways for a fat boy.
He wound up jumping our fence to get in the neighbor's pasture, sprinting to the highway to get around the cow to head her off. If she hadn't stopped, just not knowing what to do, if she'd have bolted through those, it'd have been bad news, but thankfully she didn't. He got around her, but I want you to just picture Ben, a big bearded man, sprinting. He sprinted out from behind a fence row down into the ditch of the highway. He didn't go on the highway, but he did sprint to the ditch and turn the corner to whip around there and try to keep our cow in. And there was people flying by, and here comes this old bearded boy running down right onto the highway. I'm sure they thought, this is the, who knows, what is going on here? These people are nuts.
They've been thinking I was running from the law.
They were looking at him kind of funny, he said. But we kept the cow in. We got done. Ben got too hot chasing the cow, but there was nothing we could do. We can't let someone hit a cow. That could really hurt or kill somebody. Lane's got stung. We won't show you him because he's about to jump in the pool. And we've got one left over there that we got to do some medication. So Emily and I are heading to do that by ourselves without the boys. We're giving them a little bit of a breather. We're wrapping this up, and then one of us has got to go tether hay to fluff it up to get it to dry. We've got some feed to unload because we're fixing to feed out 25 of these calves to sell in October. Things are rolling on. Anything else you want to add? So he's in the pool with an umbrella. So that's how it's going around here. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hope that wasn't too boring to y'all. It was pretty action-packed for us. We're tired, we're hot. We will see you guys later. God bless.